I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord. The apostles were Jews. From their childhood they knew about God the Father, the Creator. They had no problem with that. And they came to know and to believe in Jesus as the Son of God from what they had seen for themselves or from what Jesus had told them. When Jesus left the apostles to return to his Father, he promised not to leave them destitute. In St. John's Gospel, chapter 14, verse 16, he said, I will ask the Father, and he will give you another Paraclete to be with you forever. Now, Paraclete is the Greek word for helper in the Gospel. It literally means someone to stand by you, like a lawyer in a court case. So, at the Son's request, the Father would send them a helper. But they had no idea what format this helper, this Paraclete, might take. The only thing they could do was wait and pray. On the morning of Pentecost, they were in the upper room, along with Mary, the mother of Jesus, when the Paraclete, the Holy Spirit, came. They had heard the rushing wind and they saw the tongues of fire, but they couldn't actually see the Spirit himself, because the Spirit is completely immaterial, holy, non-human. He can be known only by the manifestations of his presence and his power. All the pictures of the Holy Spirit are pictures of symbols of the Spirit, like a dove or a tongue of flame. The English word spirit comes from the Latin word spiritus, which means breath, and especially the breath of life. Remember, at the start of the COVID crisis, there was a lot of talk about respirators. When we breathe, we alternately inspire, breathe in, and expire, breathe out. And we can say that even plants transpire through their leaves. This meaning connects the Spirit with life. And the idea of life is helping us to get an understanding of what the Spirit is. When we think of the Spirit, we think also of breath. You can't see breath or grasp it. You can't see the Spirit or grasp him. We can only know the Spirit by his effects. A big piece of machinery like an excavator might help us to get a better image for the Spirit than pigeons or flames. That huge piece of earth-moving equipment is very impressive to look at. All its huge parts, that big bucket that can scoop up a whole truckload of earth, the huge tracks on which it moves instead of wheels, all the controls and all the different levers in the cabin that can make this huge machine do so many things. So it may all be vast and impressive. It may be intricate and ingenious, but as it's constructed, it's dead. It will only come to life when it is given spiritus. That is, when the ignition is switched on, the battery starts, the engine generates the hydraulic pressure that travels through the rubber pipes to make the different parts work. Only then can it be what it is supposed to be, a machine digging into the hillside and moving vast quantities of earth. And so it is with us, because without the Spirit we have everything except life. I will try to explain this a bit more deeply in the next talk.